I want to welcome you to Pastor Blast. Today is Tuesday, January 21st. You might be surprised to see the pastor on sabbatical here, but I thought it'd be good to touch base with you about 2/3 of the way through this time of sabbatical, and I wanted to highlight a few things. I want to start with Philemon 1:7. Paul writes, "Your love has given me great joy and encouragement because you have refreshed the hearts of the saints." First thing I want to say is thank you very much again for this great gift of time to do some reading, refreshing, some traveling, and just get prepared for the next phase of our ministry, our partnership here at Peninsula Lutheran. Part of my trip, 3 weeks, I was in Eastern Europe. My cousin and I called it Mega Trip. And it really was an epic adventure. It was basically a driving trip. I was in Crete on my own for about 4 days. Then we met up in Budapest and rented a car and drove through Hungary and Romania, Serbia, Bosnia, and finally in Croatia. It was a great experience. A lot of history. I love history. Sights, strange food, old cities, and traveling in general has a way of sparking creativity and opening me up anyway, and expanding my worldview. Also spent a week up at Christicon Lutheran Camp in Montana. It's been a spiritual home for me for 4 decades when I first became a Lutheran, actually, when I was a camp counselor. This is Caroline's second summer there, and I think it's going to be a great summer for her. I traveled with my good friend Joe Campo. He's a friend and a mentor, and we talked about parish ministry until we were both talked out, but also had a time to do a lot of reading. There had some great hikes in there and just reflection in the mountains of Montana, and also time to see Caroline. Thus far, I'd say this sabbatical's exceeded my expectations. Again, new experiences and time to read, be with family, and just rest and be refreshed. Still ahead, I've got a fishing trip with my 89-year-old father to Canada. We're going to do the Selby wedding this coming weekend at the San Juans, and I've also got a trip with Mark down to Oregon. And the word I hear is that PLC is doing just fine. Leaders and staff, no surprise, have everything under control, and I'm just delighted to hear that. I do want to share with you that I've not just been goofing around. I've also been working on some projects, and I wanted to share a little bit of that. First of all, I've been out visiting other churches. I've actually visited 8 churches. I visit 2 on a Sunday. And there I take our outreach team's secret shopper survey and documenting some things. I'm going to share some ideas and thoughts with the outreach team. Also, July 30th, my first Sunday back, I'm going to begin a 6-week sermon series on Jacob. Jacob from Genesis is a bit of a con man, a hustler, a swindler, yet he's beloved by God. And the whole series hopes to raise the idea that, you and I work so hard to prove, to validate, to earn what we've already been given by God, acceptance and love. I'm also going to start a new Bible series on the Gospel of John on the adult class on Sunday mornings. This is going to be a long series. It's a long gospel, take us all the way into November. And it'll be about the scandal and the miracle of God in the flesh and all of the implications of what theologically is called the incarnation. I'm also going to do a 3-week new member class in September. I've been delighted that, we've had some new folks that have been with us here, about the middle of the year forward. Want to give them an opportunity to get plugged in formally that way. Our capital campaign is going to begin in August. We got to get organized for that, and the fall emphasis will be stewardship, and the lectionary lends itself to a wide-ranging conversation about that. I look forward to preaching on. Dialogue on draft, I hope to do 2 dialogue on drafts, one in August and maybe one in November. One of them will be about Crete, the Orthodox Church, and the Minoan civilization. And the other will be about Serbia, Bosnia, and Croatia around the war back in the 1990s. Finally, I'm considering us taking a group down to Guatemala, working with Mayan villages down there. There's a ministry called the Nicholas Fund. David and Barb Martin have put this before us. It looks like a great opportunity, so lots to look forward to. But another month of sabbatical, but I look forward to seeing everybody at that time. And again, thanks for the time away. Amen. All right.